Hello, everyone. Welcome to a big fight weekend here on Speed Gaming. Welcome to the War for Hyrule, the inaugural race of this 10-week series. I'm James FNX. I'm joined to the booth today by Angle HZ. Angle, how you doing?
I'm doing very well. I'm very excited for this. This is a little bit of a different tournament that we generally have here on Speed Gaming, so it's something to look forward to.
Yeah, this is a very different format than what you've seen in other tournaments in Link to the Past Randomizer. We have two teams comprised of just about everyone in the community. We're going to follow two of those runners today on the restream. On the left, representing the Hyrule Guard, is Malmo. She is joining us for the Hyrule Guard team. On the right, for Ganon's Forces, Structural Mike, and those two teams, they're fighting over territory in Hyrule.
Yeah, and today we are heading up to Death Mountain as today we have veterans, so they are fighting for either Turtle Rock or Hera, if I'm not mistaken. So we see the team pick out the most points, conquest area, and we will see if at the end of the week, if one of the teams have conquered all of it, they have locked it. We will not go back to this area in the later weeks.
Yeah, this is race one for some tested territory, and getting ready to start here. Today's mode for this race is Retrance. That is entrance shuffle with retro mode. So we have a rupee bow, some taken in caves, and the small keys are floating everywhere. Our runners will all start with a fighter sword as well.
Yeah. It is something to look forward to, definitely. And there we see Malmö starting out there. Finding excellent mirror. Mirror is great in entrance modes.
Yeah, mirror, glove, moon pearl, kind of the three things you want to find as soon as possible in entrance mode, so you can cover as much territory as possible, not get kind of locked into bunny walking. Malmo's gonna head over and she's gonna take a look at Houlihan Cave, get some rupees, and take a look at what's going on over at the Witch Hut.
Oh, looks like it's gonna be the witches though. This entrance is a little bit bad, to be honest, because of it is just so far off of everything else. So this is not really good time to check this one, but I guess it's fine to do it early on so that you can get rid of it.
And Structural Mike finding a Hyrule Castle entrance at the Lycalia Fortune Teller.
Yeah. I'm not surprised to see Malmö doing this. Malmö known as the heroine of glitches in a lot of circles, so not surprised to see her whipping out the fake flippers early on.
Malmo, one of the pillars of the glitched rando community. Gonna have to play by a little stricter set of rules today than she's used to, though.
Yeah, she did also state early on in her chat that she's not an entrance main, so she was a little bit worried to see how this would go. Yeah, that's a 5 rupee there. That is nothing that we need. To be fair, this is early on, so if she would to pick that up, it is not too bad. It's gonna go for the other 5 rupees that is in the Houlihan Cave though.
Yeah, 225 rupees in there, and that's a couple keys, maybe some arrows to be able to fire your bow. This is retro mode, so you're gonna have to make an 80 rupee purchase to be able to fire arrows, and those arrows are gonna cost money every time you fire them as well.
And sometime while the Scream of Frozen there, Mike was able to find that bow, so you just need those bot arrows, as I said. So I wonder what that was. We'll probably see it soon though, because Malmö is heading that way.
Yeah, it was interesting. Structure Mike found Hyrule Castle and decided to go in. You get that starting sword, so it is a nice time to pick up 3 quick checks.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, Malmö is heading to the escape sequence, and we do have a connector there on the mic side.
I'm not going to follow that just yet. Only having a mirror so far, I kind of want to hold off to try and find a Moon Pearl to make some of the connector plays a little bit more efficient. But it looks like Structural Mike now is going to make that Houlihan play. get some rupees.
Yeah.
Also had a mushroom to turn in.
Yeah, it does. Wonder where he got that. One thing I don't like really with training in the mushroom is because of it can take so long for you to find Witch Hut. So it becomes this sort of like, I could keep this and potentially use it for the fake powder.
Yeah, there's pros and cons to it. You don't want to find Witch Hut in a very bad location and then have to go turn the mushroom in just to see what that item is and go back to that terrible location again later.
Okay, so we did get some confirmation here from Ikir, and that was that from Harrow Castle left you got to the mountain through Harrow Castle main, and that the bow was there. So it might take a little bit longer for Malmö to find that, depending on what he decides to do next.
Yeah, and that's a really good connector heading away up to Death Mountain already, very early. Malmo chooses not to take any of the connector paths.
And that is sort of like the two different ways you can route these sort of cross entrances with either you don't focus on these connectors early on, or you go through them all the time. And we are fine. Oh, we're finding Blind's hideout in the Hyrule Castle main entrance.
5 quick items.
We found in the map the desert. Remember, but you will get information about crystals and pendants through these different maps. So it is a good thing to collect them, and so you can scout that out.
Maps are not the worst thing in the world. That's true. Compasses are still pretty bad. Turtle Rock West entrance found at Zeraslo's hut for Malmo.
Yeah. I'm gonna open up my research stream for Mike here, just in case.
Yeah. Oh, did you get a map check? It looked like Hera was a pendant, and Desert and Eastern were both crystals.
All right.
Eastern Palace entrance, just an item, nothing major there.
Yeah. And okay, so you have the desert left over at Lumberjack House. That's a pretty good one.
Chat pointing out that all 3 Light World maps were in that Blind's Hut location in Hyrule Castle. That's very adorable, actually.
That is quite funny. Yeah, I'm running right now. With all the things they have run through, it seems to be quite close to each other. That's funny.
Yeah, both of these two have done mostly the same thing, other than structure like heading up to Death Mountain through Hyrule Castle. One of the desert entrances at Lumberjack House.
And Circle Mike decided to run around checking out the desert. It makes sense. It is, after all, a crystal. You can get a few early items in here, Scout, the torch, and they are also connect. It is also connected, so there are a few other entrances you can glean from that.
Yeah, absolutely. One of the big caveats in Retrance that you don't see in normal cross keys is the small key logic is much different, because they're considered basically an infinite resource. There's a shop somewhere accessible from the start of the game that will sell you keys at 100 rupees a piece. And logic is like, man, you can get money. You can figure it out. So any dungeon that has a key lock door that locks items, those items are available typically.
Yeah.
These two items in here in the desert are not very good.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is a little bit of blueberries there, which is nice. Looking at Malmö not having any bombs right now, so if you don't need to buy bombs, that's just more money for keys and potentially that arrow later on.
Yeah, they're not going to be unhappy about seeing those bombs, just not particularly excited. Desert East taking us out to the south shore at Mini Moldrum Cave.
And it looks like Mike is just gonna take that and head over to Ice Rod, the cave area. We'll only be able to check 2 of the entrances there though. We'll have to wait with the rock for later.
Yeah, it's always a little unfortunate when you have to leave one of these entrances behind because you haven't found a glove yet.
Yeah, who knows, maybe the glove is there. It happens so many times when it comes to these areas because I tend to avoid them.
A terrible location for the smith today, unless we find a flute.
Yeah, fortunately, that is quite a walk.
And Malmo's going to find out the bad news too about these 2 spots. And let's see if we're finally going to head to Kakariko for these runners.
Yeah, Kakariko, the big mess of entrances that is over there. It helps with having a Sank in Lost Woods.
Yeah, Lost Woods is one of the better Sank starting points. Not quite as good as having it in Kakariko itself, but still pretty good.
Well, we got a bottle there in Blythe's hideout, hiding out outside of Kak.
There's that mushroom that Structure Mike found earlier in the back of Hyrule Cat, or in the back of the escape sequence.
Yeah. Yeah, Malmö also making her way into Kak. And there we have one of the special things that is connected to the veterans. Just like in Zelda 1, we have these caves where you can get medicine or a heart container, and one of them has a sword. Well, that is that one.
Yep, free sword just sitting out there for you.
That is the only free sword though. The other ones will have to be fought for.
Yeah, and there's only 2 of them in the pool because we start with 1 and one of them gets removed for that take any sword. So there's only 2 other swords floating out there.
Yep. Mike now on that fire shield.
Finding the top of Super Bunny. One of the one-way connectors. Can't go back to the other side of this one from here.
Yeah, unfortunately. Is that old man there on Manda's side doing good? The color was slightly off.
Fine, don't worry about it.
Okay, I take your word for it.
Speaking of finding the dam before really exploring the South Shore, it's going to give an extra check down there once you do check out the dam location. And that will stay drained for the duration of the race.
Yeah. That is indeed a very nice one. That is one that definitely tends... If that is one of the lost entrances you find in the city, you are not finding good. Not feeling good.
Still no sign of Ganon. I don't know if we saw with one entrance I dropped down. I think I missed was Lumberjack. So it could be just a Ganon in the pyramid today.
Yeah, might be. And look at that. We have our shop there with the key and the arrow on Mike's side. He's gonna spend a bunch of his rupees on those keys.
Absolutely. Also bought arrows, so can use that bow now. This is about half the shops in the game are changed to have that arrow purchase and keys available for sale.
Yeah. And remember, don't spend all your money. You're gonna want to use them for actual arrows this time because yeah, it costs 5 rupees to shoot a normal arrow, and what was it? Was it?
Oh, it's even worse. It's 10 for regular arrow and 50 for silvers. Yeah, the inflation has hit Hyrule just like it's hit us all. In Zelda 1, it's 1 rupee per arrow. Here, it's a lot.
Yeah. We do have access to more rupees here in A Link to the Past Hyrule compared to Zelda 1 Hyrule.
Agina for Structural Mike not having anything of note.
We have one of the hint caves, which are very rarely used in official races. And we also have the one entrance that is always going to be the same, and that is the back of Tavern. If you want that one randomized as well, you're going to have to go to one of the third-party ones like Cara Fruits randomizer to change that setting.
Yep. Almost through Kakariko here. We still haven't found any movement items. We haven't found a flute. We haven't found boots. I think that's going to start pushing Malmo into going through connectors more.
Yeah, definitely seems to be.
Our Harrow, get a couple checks.
Ooh. That is nice. Fortunately, they will not be able to check anything else but the 2 first ones, but should be fine still. It's great for later. Ooh, flippers.
Easily accessible flippers. That puts a few things into logic, a couple locations, and most notably a very cash-hungry fish.
Yeah, and Mike did also find one of the Spectacle Rock entrances, so there we have one of the fun connectors. Fortunately, it was the one where you can only scout out the item. But there still has been a lot of maps discovered so far in this seed.
We're going to have a lot of dungeon knowledge in a very short amount of time.
As I said, all of the light worlds and a bunch of the dark worlds has already been found.
Another Hyrule Castle entrance down here south of Kakariko.
So we did have a question here in chat. Where do we think the Moon Pearl is going to be? Or where do we want it to be in this seed?
Oh, I think we're going to have to probably see where some of these connectors take us. There's a lot of areas in the game that aren't quite accessible yet, but if we find a connector even to a Dark World location, we got that mirror.
Yeah. We do see TR. We did find one of the TR entrances, so that is very possible. That TR entrance is very far away from everything though, so it might take a little while before any of our runners heads back in that direction. Oh, we found the Hyrule Castle right. That was race game mode?
Yeah, this is Kakariko gambling game.
Ah, alright. It was Chicken Coop that was on the right Twin Brother house.
And it looks like Structural Mike is now going to go into the escape sequence itself. He just used that as a connector earlier to get that bow off of Death Mountain.
Yeah. Malmo now checking out the final one of that check, and yeah, that is where Hyrule Castle right was. So all of the Hyrule Castle entrances sitting in Light World. You're not gonna fall in them at the Dark World, unfortunately, but one of them does lead to right side of the mountain, as we saw Malmo just pop out there.
Yeah, Malmo will pick up that bow. That's the same bow that Structure Mike picked up earlier. He chose to just take that connector immediately.
Yeah. You're gonna see if there was any other good entrances over here.
Chat asking if bows and silvers are separates in this game. No, it's progressive bows. Just like most versions of this randomizer. 2 bows in the pool. Second one gives you silvers.
Oh, there we have one of the other Spectacle Rock ones.
Yeah, that's the drop down that
Mike one way
would have potentially taken out of Kakariko. So knowing that that's just a useless connector at this point, kind of good information.
Yeah, absolutely.
Do have some other options for connectors. I don't think we've walked out of the main entrance of Desert Palace yet.
We haven't, so that's going to be interesting to see where that leads.
Other than that, I think we're starting to run a little thin on locations. There's a dam. There's a Guinness Cave in the desert area. A couple caves nearby there. And we also have Waterfall now. We have those flippers.
Yeah, we do.
And Hylia Island.
Yeah, Mike now over in desert area checking around. And there we have one of the twins, so potentially a good connector here.
At this point, you're looking for a way up to the west side of Death Mountain. Here's a good one. You're on. You're getting a bunch of entrances taking a look at. You're getting the top of the Death Mountain, so you get your choice of entrances here. Where are you going to drop down?
That is a question, yeah. I would probably say if you can head over to the left side, that's probably better because it has more entrances.
Yeah, it's going to be a tough walk though in bunny mode, getting past these Lynels.
Yeah.
But I would definitely say you're going to want to try and take this over to the west side of Death Mountain and get access to all the stuff over there. All right, now he's past those hammer pegs. Can mirror over here. We're all good.
Yep. And Mike is also winning out on the key game here, having those 8 small keys. Whatever you find will not stop him. And look at that, we have the Old Man Rescue Cave.
Sitting in Tower of Hera.
Remember, where are you heading now?
This is Fairy Ascension. We've not walked through this connector yet, and Malmo is not interested. She's not going to go through there right now.
Yeah.
Oh, this is smart from Structural Mike. Gonna take the Dark World portal. Gonna mirror, return the old man, and be able to check the Dark World cave here as well. Kind of in play with everything else.
Yeah, that's a really solid one. Most people would just jump off immediately. A very nice little thought there from Mike to do that. Has gonna use the red goo though, because my god, they were tough against him today.
Malmo found the back of Mountain Start. It's gonna follow this connector. Let's see where the Mountain Start's gonna be at. That's a pretty good one, actually.
Ooh. Yeah, that is a really solid one. And that is one that Mike will be able to use because he has rescued that old man, and also finding one of those resupply caves.
Yeah, I think Mike took the potion there. Pretty smart. Use that red goo just a minute ago, and choosing to take the potion and refill over the heart.
Yeah, letting him use more of his rupees for keys is always a good thing.
Absolutely.
Like on a sick on top of Spectacle Rock, he finds a 300. Nice, more rupees for keys.
Yeah, that's three keys or 30 arrows. Mimic Cave, gonna have to wait on that.
Yeah, we can't unfortunately do that one yet. It is very unfortunate that it always freezes for us whenever Malmö is checking this where the old man is.
Yeah. Mike finding one of the Death Mountain Descent caves.
We have one of the bad shops, unfortunately, over there as well. All right, we're gonna have to find something soon on this other mountain. So far, we only have really seen Ice Palace and Mimic Cave.
Here's something. Paradox, 7 items.
Yeah. So yeah, that is a solid one to find as well.
And we'll find out what's in there in just a moment.
As we see, both of our, unfortunately, feeds has temporarily cut out. We are gonna try to get them back as soon as possible. There we have one of them, and there we have the other.
Mike's back. We don't know what's in that cave right now. I'm sure we have people watching the runners on their own stream and our tracker today. Sacrajet's going to be helping us out find that information. Back at Turtle Rock, 4 items here.
Mike's gonna take this connector we have seen for a while now and check what that is.
Malmo taking a death on Laser Bridge, gonna try and get these chests.
Yeah, this is not an easy check either to do early on, and so yeah, might take a few tries to get through these lasers.
Yeah, if you're used to getting past these laser boots, trying to do it without boots is a different set of timing and a different bit of a lineup, and Malmo having a little bit of difficulty. We find the book on Desert Left. That's always a funny location for that item.
Thanks, game. And very useful because this is a final entrance that Mike has opened at the moment, so that book very coming in handy immediately. He does also have the knowledge of how to get up the mountain, get the other one, so... Oh! Hello!
Swamp House, we don't have... Mike does have a hook shot, so that would be a completable dungeon here.
Wonder where I found that. Malmö found a map to Turtle Rock inside of Turtle Rock, so we know that is one of the pendants.
Yeah, that's our second pendant. So I have to presume that hookshot was in Paradox Cave.
Yeah, might be.
And Malmo's going to head to the back of Escape and take a look at this Dark Cross item.
Yeah. This is one that tends to be a little bit forgotten when it comes to a lot of different modes, to be honest. It might not be the easiest to navigate through this one at times. But yeah, Sword Beams definitely help.
Yes, absolutely.
And if you have just joined us here as we are getting into the half an hour and the boots has been found, this is the War of Hyrule. Well, a team competitive one where everyone that signed up has been divided into 2 teams, Hyrule God and Ganon's forces, and they are battling for conquering of areas. This week we are on Death Mountain. We are currently fighting for Turtle Rock here. if you are on the light wall side, you're trying to conquer that, and for the light wall side, I'm getting up the document here really quickly. Yeah, it is just Death Mountain on the light side, as all of the both of the two worlds have been divided up in different territories that the teams are fighting for.
We'll have 2 races each day. This race and a race at 5 p.m. Eastern. 1 race will be for territory in the light world, 1 races for territory in the dark world. If you want all the details, just !WFH in the chat, or join the Go Mode podcast Discord to get all that details for you.
Yeah, later on, as you said, later on tonight, it is gonna be the Open 7-6 Fast Ganon setting. So that one is also very fun to see. And I have not seen 3 puffs being before on Argus, so this is quite a fun little strat.
Yeah, this is some nice stuff here from Structural Mike in this Argus fight.
You're used to seeing 2 being taken out at the same time, and he also has the fire rolls to be able to do the second phase very quickly.
Finding Paradox Cave, hanging out big for Structural Mike completes Swamp Palace, but it is our last pendant. So that is all 3 pendants we have discovered.
That is really good information for... That is going to be really good information for Malmö. Malmö does know all the other 2 pendants. So yes, he will have knowledge of all the crystals are. Mike, unfortunately, gonna have to wait a little bit longer for that one. He has not found Laser Bridge yet, unfortunately.
Malmö's not going to get this information. Malmö does not have that hookshot yet.
That is very true.
Is going to do left side, not having that hook. Oh, he's not going to be able to do anything else here. There's no hammer either. I think we pass this door. The last few months we've found a clip that gets you past this door without a hammer, but does require a hook shot to do that. With no hook shot, there's going to be no continuing forward for Malmö here.
Yeah. Unfortunately, she can't dig into her repertoire of glitches to be able to get past this point.
Yeah.
It looks like Mike is gonna head into that rock. Let's see if the I forgot what word is.
Turtle Rock here at Sarasala's hut decides to take a death just to reset his health. Does have a couple rooms that are a little sketchy on one heart. 2 chests here to pick up. We've got Lava Chest, which in a normal mode we lock behind 4 Turtle Rock small keys, but small keys don't matter here.
So to answer Queen here, question is that with where we know where the pendants are, Merle could potentially be on Ped in this one, because we have one of the TR entrances here in Lightworld. We know where Harry is and we know what Swamp is. So yeah, Pearl could very well be on Ped in this one. It all depends on where the other items are, though.
Yeah, we're still a Ice Rod and a Samaria away from being able to beat Turtle Rock. Turtle Rock is that green pendant.
Yeah, man did find Shahashala there.
Just useless knowledge in Sarasala's closet.
Yeah, unfortunately, those compasses are not helping us in this one. If it was boss shuffle, then the compasses would have been better, but unfortunately, that one is not for tomorrow, as tomorrow is Chaos boss shuffle on the early time.
Yeah, and Malmo does have that King of Samaria that was in Dark Prawn. So that is something that might be off of Structural Mike's radar for a while.
Yeah, absolutely. It all depends on what he decides to do after the second round here in the Eastern, man. But that is half magic on Malmö.
Half magic in Waterfall Cave. Not a requirement, but a very nice thing to have. And looks like we're going to turn 5 keys into 1 item.
Yeah, it looks like it. We have a key there on Soil Edge. We are probably gonna see Malmö do it, to be honest.
Oh yeah, you're gonna take the key here a little bit out of the way, but having not found Ganon's Tower yet, having not found Palace of Darkness, those are two dungeons that will destroy your key count.
Why did Mike get boots? He got them in Swamp. It is fortunately locked behind the hookshot, so Malmö is gonna be evading them for a little while.
Yeah, those boots are logically locked behind the hammer. Hookshot lets you bypass the requirement.
Yeah.
Does take those take that key as a refund, and we'll see where she ends up now.
Yeah, boots is behind hammer. That is correct. So, Mike now also doing the Sora 6, so we'll also get information about Turtle Rock. And Malmö is gonna head through this entrance again. This was the one that took them to desert. At this point, Malmö really needs to find the way to the mountain that we saw on Mike's side, because as long as he stays away from that hook shot, the longer the lead is just gonna keep building up on Mike's side.
This is gonna work out though. The connector up to that area was over here in Desert at Agina's cave, so Malmö will follow this. We'll mirror back into the light world and hopefully head to the west side of Death Mountain here.
Yeah, it is. Is it gonna take the right way though? That is the question.
Not this trip.
Oh no, yeah, he's jumping down. And then we have the end of Spiral Cave, unfortunately.
So it'll be a little bit longer. That trip over to the left side of Death and the west side of Death Mountain is in logic. It's terrible, but it's in logic.
Yeah. All right, then where are you going next? Then Mike is gonna be using that old man semi-quick that he has gotten, and he's gonna start checking around in this part of Dark Hyrule.
Yeah, we'll be able to take K45 here.
Yeah.
Not a lot to do with this connector as of yet without a Moon Pearl, and this. I don't believe we found another connector into this area, so this is not going to be in logic yet, unless one of the Paradox entrances takes you out here. Library for $100, not too bad.
Yeah, pretty good. Right now, Mike's rupee situation is really good. Having those 9 keys and even having 700 rupees on top of that, he is pretty solid when it comes to his economy game.
Yeah, he instead of taking the Zora ledge, he decided to hard reset, get his 500 rupees back from that check.
Yeah. Alright, we're gonna get Desert Main. And ooh.
Maybe this will be what pushes Malmö back over and try and make that crossing of Lionel Bridge.
Yeah. Mike bending his Dark World portal was able to check the left of Twin House, but that should still be fine. Seems like he's heading into Hera though. An interesting play.
And get upstairs, get a couple checks. It's quick. He does have fire rods to the basements in logic.
Yeah. And yeah, he has so many keys. It's fine doing this here. If it was a little bit lower on keys, you could argue against going here now, but Having those 9 spare keys is definitely a good thing to do this now then.
Yeah, given what he has, even if he was to find Pod and GT in his next 2 checks, he would still be okay.
Yeah.
Mal did end up finally getting over to West Death Mountain. Does have the old man. Gonna read a tablet first.
Yeah, Mike was not able to do this when he did his trip up here, so if there is something here, that could be big. It is!
Well, that
Alright.
is an interesting development. Structure Mike has no reason to come back up here.
Yeah, there's definitely nothing. That is definitely one of the one-offs where it would be seen as a gamble and a bad gamble to go just up here just to sake that. He's probably not gonna get this until after he found Flute. So the longer the Flute stays away from him, the longer it's gonna take for him to find that Moon Pearl. The seed has just turned on his head, everybody.
It has, and we still have this entrance. Ganon is at the sanctuary, so I believe that puts Uncle at the pyramid. 2 checks in behind Ganon's tower.
Yeah, that is an unfortunate one for that one to be there as well. 2-6 is costly. Let's just say that.
We've got 2 sets of very interesting circumstances here. We've got that Moon Pearl on Ether Tablet that Structural Mike may not be able to get back to for a while, or may not want to get back to for a while, having done every entrance on Death Mountain already. And then you've got these boots that are in Swamp Palace. When is Malmo going to head back over, and when is she going to check that location back out?
Yeah, this is definitely interesting. It definitely feels right now, whoever finds the other's item first is gonna have a big advantage. However, look at Mike, he is starting to think about mounting again.
Yeah, picking up these couple of entrances here that he wasn't able to in his last trip over to Dark Death Mountain.
Yeah. As we have once again have a little bit of stutters. Sometimes the internet connection in a medieval world is not the best for us. I am looking at both of the races in real world streams to see if anything interesting happens. And in the meantime, okay, we have gotten feedback from Malmo.
Yeah, it looks like Structural Mike did get that Moon Pearl. Did make his way up and checking out Spike Cave on the dark side of West Death Mountain. It is Hookshot Cave for 4 items. Nothing of interest, though.
Yeah. You need to slow down a little bit now. Now, James, we are having feedback from Mike's side as well.
Oh, fantastic. Yeah, here we go. Structural Mike gonna get this Moon Pearl. Spoilers.
Is it still considered that you need to do a spoiler alert before the fact happens? You already stated it. Is it really needed to say spoiler alert then? Yeah, as I said, Mike's sticking around here in Hookshot Cave. As Malmö did jump down towards Paradox Cave, that is why we assumed Hookshot is gonna be. Based on clues we have seen between Mike's sides of stuff happening. And Hookshot Cave takes him to the left side. There, that is left side of Hyrule Castle. That is great. That is Witch as well.
Hey, and this is a witch hut in a terrible location, and not gonna have to go back and turn that mushroom in. Does only get 5 rupees for his troubles, but does get that heart container out of C-shaped house on the right side of Hyrule Castle.
Yeah. Which entrance was Hookshot again on the mountain?
Spike Cave.
Okay, thank you. Where's Malmö right now? Based on individual screens and with the delay in counted, he is currently about to enter Hookshot.
Yeah, she did pick up Hookshot and Fire Rod out of Paradox Cave. There's a flute.
Yeah, sitting in the fortune teller Lake Darkwood Lake Hylia.
Yeah, locked by that moon pearl.
Yeah, quite an interesting place for that. We are seeing him second around there near Swamp Palace area. And finding itself a mini Modem Cave.
5 more checks incoming here.
Yeah. How many keys are this place gonna be worth?
2. We'll say 2. 2 keys.
Okay. Alright. Well, we have one of the final maps to find. We have also a big key to Swamp. That is very nice.
Oh, don't want to go back there.
That is quite an ugly one for Mike to find.
At least there's a left side swamp out there. He's got a little bit of a reason to go back there if he wants to. Gonna check out Bombo's tablet. And you're right here. Maybe you just get those 3 checks done right now.
Yeah. Malmö navigating back through Hookshot, potentially gonna look at the other Dark World one here, see what that takes us. Now heading up to. Have you checked over the entrances on? Oh, she's gonna check the final paradox. Gonna take some paradox entrances. That's probably a good thing.
Yeah, see where it takes her.
Yeah, that's one thing that Mike didn't do when he found his paradox. He only went back through the one he already been to. So it's gonna be interesting to see where else these connectors take us.
That's a good connector, Meyer area.
That is a really solid connector. That's gonna let Malmö be able to take back of desert.
We haven't found a glove yet. Nothing in that location, though, unfortunately.
Yeah. But yeah, my area still very solid one to check. See, we'll get the information about the medallion here. We have seen. They did see the one that was for Turtle Rock main. So getting both of those ones. We might not use them, but they're still good information to get nonetheless. And unfortunately, she will have to skip also one on the entrance here because of not glove. GT!
Yeah, she won't be able to get checkerboard, but we'll be able to get a couple checks here in Ganon's Tower. Has Samaria, has that Fire Rod able to get all the way to Ice Armos if she so chooses.
Yeah, the right side is gonna be good. And yeah, you can in fact skip the glove requirement for the Bag of Desert in this mode. As Mike is activating the flute. 017 is set for that.
Let's see where Mike's gonna head next. This is Bumper Cave. No dice there.
Yeah, unfortunately.
Chat asking why Tile Room first. You don't want to do it later, and you can't beat this dungeon. You might have to come back later. So no reason to not get this check right now.
Yeah. We got another bottle there with a bee in it. Is it good or bad? We don't know yet. As Mike is heading over to a business center.
Yeah, needs to check some email. Needs to handle some documents. Probably find nothing of use. That's how this area works out usually.
Yeah. It seems to be secretive documents though, because we might not be able to see them.
Another terrible big key, Skull Woods this time for Malmo, and Thieves Town. That one's good.
Ooh.
That one's a required one. We do have to beat Thieves Town today.
Yeah. And Aga Tower for Mike. To be fair though, when it comes to the Skull Woods one, we are not any of our runners have been there yet. So getting that key now is better than in the case of the swamp one.
Oh, definitely. Mike found a glove here in Aghanim's Tower.
And there is no limit to how many keys you can carry.
The only limit to your imagination and your money.
Yeah. And if you decide to use all the money to buy keys, you won't be able to get the money back if you don't use them. So there is also that whole thing when it comes to this mode as well.
Alright, this glove will mean Structure Mike gets to check this cave underneath. It's a connector.
Yeah.
I don't think we've seen Longhouse yet.
We probably have not.
And that's a very good connector. It takes you over to Turtle Rock Bridge. So
This is one of those connector that is very bad.
Why is Skull Woods here?
That is quite rough.
That is a terrible location for Skull Woods. If Mike, though, does have the fire rod, we'll be able to beat this dungeon and never have to come back here.
Yeah. As Malmö is dropping down, is about to drop down to those ice armors.
Okay. I will say that chest that she was just at, Bob's chest, does have the Misery Mire big key.
Ooh, that's a solid one to find as well. Oh,
that's a fun one too.
Yeety big. Who knew?
And we've got a hook shot, we got a bow, we've got a fire source. The climb's in logic.
It is. It would unlock Uncle. And right now they have no way to get to pod area, so it might even be a plan to just head up there to unlock that area.
Yeah, no logical way over there.
They
have flippers. They can take the water portal over to Catfish area. That's not blocked.
Yeah, silly me.
Mike does get through Mothula, picks up crystal number 1.
Yeah, the first one of our runners once in this seed. Mama thinking of, can I mirror here? Do I have to go around? You bet can. It is barely though.
Yeah, as long as you haven't opened the mire entrance yet, you can do that mirror.
Yeah.
Chat asking whether you climb GT or not. It's a personal call. What's the worst case scenario is Hammer's upstairs, right?
Yeah. You have to value those 4 ones there, and if you don't have a way to get over to pod area, yeah, then it opens up a lot of value. If it's just the top, you have with the items they can get all 6 checks up there. So it might be valuable plus the 2 ones monk also. I would say probably.
Yeah, it's 6 checks. We've already been on top of Hyrule Castle, so you're not getting entrances there as Malmo finds her boots. I don't know. It's. I think it's a personal call here. Malmo chose not to, and is getting paid off with the boots in response. But I mean, that's a very reasonable spot for the hammer to be at, given what we have access to and what we don't have access to at this point.
Yeah, absolutely. The question then, if you find hammer up there, do a mirror and skip out the beating Aga 2. So you can take left side of GT.
Given how difficult it is to get to my area, maybe? There's a lot going on in the decision tree.
It definitely is a good question. yeah. At this point, we are looking for that Ice Rod and Hammer. Where can they be? Those are gonna be the next 2 big ones for our runners to find.
Yeah, Ice Rod maybe not. Turtle Rock has a pendant. And there's Bombos. That is a check that Structure Mike did not make over here in Swamp. That one is way worse for Mike. That Eastern Palace Big Key.
Yeah, that may take some time before he goes back to.
Yeah, he does have the Swamp Palace Big Key to kind of push him in this area eventually, but 3 very slow checks.
Yeah. Oh, we're getting. It seems like the rats of Hyrule Castle has bitten on our internet cables yet again.
Yeah, this War for Hyrule is really affecting our communications abilities, what we're getting out of the front lines.
Yeah, both me and James is also a part of this tournament. We just decided to sign up for commentary because there were not anyone signed up yet, so we are technically deserters. Hopefully we can redeem ourselves tomorrow or later on the later time.
Indeed, and Structural Mike is going to take this water path over to Pod area. First look at some entrances over here. Misery Mire. Malmo has the big key for that out of Ganon's Tower. And Samaria, 2 pieces that Structural Mike does not, so he's not so interested in that dungeon right now.
Yeah. That is a fun place to place Pod.
Just slightly moved. Slightly randomized.
Slightly adjusted. Out in front.
Yeah. I'm not sure where Magic Bat was at.
Trying to think.
Our tracker sector just saying Magic Bat's at Lumberjack, so that one just doesn't exist. That's cool.
Yeah, we do know where Aga Tower is, but yeah, do you really want to do that?
Not with it not being in Logic. No lamp as of yet.
Yeah. Well, it wouldn't stop. It wouldn't stop any of our 2 runners, to be fair.
No. Not from a execution standpoint, just from a decision making standpoint. How much you want to rush an out of logic Magic Bat check? Yeah. Malmo does get her pen out of Swamp Palace, and let's see where she heads now. She's got this portal back into the Mire area.
I've just barely able to get it. I thought it was a little bit too offset, but it wasn't.
Back into GT. I think this is going to be the climb.
Yeah, it very much will be. As Mike has headed to the back of pod.
Yeah, remember when Mike had like 10 small keys? Not anymore.
Yeah,
Pod is a key eater.
It certainly is. Finds Kano Burna. That's the wrong color, Mike.
Yeah.
This place is also just great because you can fill up your economy game here if you want to.
Yeah, thankfully Mike's got a ton of cash. Very flush. But nothing so far of note here in Palace of Darkness for Structural Mike.
Yeah, unfortunately. Ooh, there's Ice Rod.
Yeah, I don't think you want to see that right now, though.
You don't know how many times Green Pendant have destroyed me in Veterans.
Fair, very fair.
And look at that big key to Turtle Rock next to it as well.
Oh, the Trinex starter kit.
That is the biggest wink I've ever seen before. Unfortunately for Mike, though, he does not have Raid Cane yet, so we'll not be able to do that.
Yeah, he's still got to get back to Dark Cross. That can, in entrance logic, still locked behind the lamp. The fire rod requirement for dark rooms in Hyrule Castle, not a thing here.
Yeah.
So this lamp's got to be somewhere. Probably Misery Mire?
Probably.
Game's got jokes, and that's one of the usual jokes is random double dip required logically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are seeing. Where do you go, Mike? After this, he is not same quitting. Okay.
Off to the this was
Turtle Rock left.
Yeah. So getting I don't think he did the checks here in Turtle Rock.
He did. So he might be aiming to head to the back, heading to Crystal Roller.
Oh yeah, he does have that big key now, so that'll be one extra check.
Interesting that he has decided to go for these one-offs.
Yeah, he's got a lot of connectors out there too that are situated. Nothing here in Crystal Roller. He still has to get to Dark Cross to get that Samaria. Still needs to get back to Paradox Cave and take that connector into the Mire area because no sign of mitts anytime soon.
Yeah.
Nothing doing climb-wise here for Malmo in what we've seen so far. One more check here behind Molnorm, and then two more in the drop.
Yeah. Looking Mike heading back to the business center. Wonder what he find over here then that is intriguing.
I think this had an Aghanim's tower.
Yeah, potentially.
Oh, desert. It's got that desert big key.
Yeah.
That must have been in Palace of Darkness that we didn't.
Mm-hmm.
So this is a crystal. This will be crystal number 2 coming in for Structure Mike shortly.
Yeah. As Malmö has taken a break here doing some math. As Mike is about to head into La Moles 2. Reflecting on both of the individual ones, what is happening? Seems that Malmö was able to defeat Aga 2 and is currently looking around at Uncle that was in Pyramid. Two very different way for our runners to head to pod area.
Yeah. Looks like Malmo is going to make her way to the business center.
Both our runners is actually heading towards Catfish at this very moment.
Listen, sometimes you just need to make a doctor visit.
Oh, we have our feedback. So we were a little bit in the future there for a moment.
Yeah. You will notice that Malmo has a tempered sword now. That's sitting on the pyramid.
Yeah. A great advantage for her. Alright, I wonder what else they can find. Oh, we're getting some beautiful cess here from Mike.
Yeah, and a tempered sword of his own sitting in a dark potion shop. So if Malmo makes her way over there, that'll be a gold sword for her.
Yeah. And we can reveal, we have, as I said, we have both our runners up on the video streams as well, and we do have the tracker on Mike's side about how many cess turns he has been able to get so far. So it's fun to have those stats up as well.
Is this even randomized? I hate that meme, but Quake on Catfish.
Well, you should never diss Catfish. He's a wonderful fish.
I have dubbed him Dr. Catfish because you only go there when you really have to, and he never really gives you what you need. That's the healthcare system here in a nutshell. Your mileage in other countries may vary.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You want some obscure lore?
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a reason why he has a fish emote. Let's just say that. He's using the fish sprite because of Catfish.
Eastern Palace for both our runners in, I believe this is Graveyard Ledge.
Yep.
And Malmo, with that Eastern Palace big key out of Ganon's tower, is going to be able to beat this dungeon. Structure Mike's going to have to come back to this very bad location once again.
Yeah. This is good for Malmo. She needs to get a few things for her at this point. And the Ice Palace big key is pretty good for both runners, to be fair. They have not checked that yet. Both of them have found it, they've just not checked it.
Yep. Yeah, and we'll make that clear that dungeon much faster. Plus, we'll keep you from leaving that one check behind.
Yeah.
Structure Mike flush with cast. You can waste some arrows on Stalfos' room. And Mike is done, not going to bother with a big key chest. Doesn't have the big key for the big chest. Just going to get out of here. And that was King's Tomb. That was not Graveyard Ledge. So potentially a little better location if we do find Mitts.
Yeah. And ooh, the Turtle Rock big test on Gregor Ledge. Also, thanks so much to Tyler Solte for that the sub 61 a month. That is crazy.
Whoa, indeed. Almost a year. That's right. Thieves Town. This was under the rock, and there's our lamp sitting in Thieves Town.
That is an interesting spot for that. Ooh, a big key
pod. That is required. This Eastern Palace big key paying off already.
That GT6 from Malmö is paying off big time for her this time around. My god. Remember, you had to head into GT to get the Eastern Palace big, leading to pod big.
Yeah, and Structural Mike still has not followed that connector to take him into the mire area to find Ganon's tower. Oh, it's left side swamp. It was not GT.
Oh,
that's
sorry.
Right.
Yeah, sorry.
Structural Mike also has to go back and do that. There's so many things that Malmo has done that Structural Mike just has not been able to do. And it's just been circumstances, really, finding things that took him away from going through that connector on Death Mountain.
Mm-hmm.
Malmo paying her tithe to the Armos Knights.
The taxes has been filed.
That's right.
But yeah, that is the second crystal for Malmö, catching up a little bit on the crystals.
I think that tracker's wrong. I think Malmo, that is her first crystal. She's not beaten pod as yet. She just has that pod.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, that might be a little bit of a miss button. Or we have the rats in the series doing stuff again. Oh, we have a sick kid. Another 100 rupees in keys. AKA 1.
Yep. And Malmo does not have the big key. Can't get to Laser Bridge from here, unfortunately.
Well, it's just already checked that, so...
Oh, yeah, we do. Yeah, we already done Laser Bridge. That's not a big deal. We'll be able to get to the front and get the 3 checks there.
Yeah, that is actually a good point, because those 3 tends to be a little bit forgotten when it comes to entrance modes.
She has also not done the middle, so we'll get these 2 checks as well. I don't remember there being anything of great note in these checks. Hera big key for Structural Mike. That one being in Village of Outcasts.
That might point him to there because he is in the area. He's just a mirror away.
Yeah, that'll be a couple fresh checks. It is a pendant. Not super excited about beating the dungeon.
Who said self-image was a bad thing? With the Pokey giving Malmö some damage. Yeah, Mike is in fact gonna use Mirror to head into Hera. Might be looking at potential Ted.
He's got the lamp now, so he is a Samaria from putting Pedestal together.
Yeah, and to be fair, in this scene we could see something like Hammer on it. It wouldn't be too much of
would definitely could be there. You hope it's not, but definitely could be there.
That's probably the worst thing it could be at this point.
Yeah. That's about the only relevant thing. Maybe a big key of some sort. We still need... do we need any other big keys? We need...
Oh, yes, no big keys.
Yeah, we have everything. So between the two runners, we've got everything but the hammer.
I don't like the mirror there from Malmö, though. That is an entrance that is gonna be isolated.
Oh, not checking the front of... yeah, I don't like that either.
Yeah, for Malmö's side, C has completed the so C will be able to very enthusiastic, so C would go back to Pyramid.
On the other side, the only connector entrance that is relevant that has not been found yet is Bumper Cave.
Yeah.
And there's just a ton of entrances on the west side of Dark World that haven't been gotten to yet. So I can see the logic in just taking what you can, and you can always walk back later if you have to.
Yeah. I still would have probably checked Turtle Rock main.
Yeah, because the worst case scenario is it's at GT and you're locked out.
Yeah. As I said, there are ones where you had to mirror to that is still in play, like the Mumble Edge one. And the worst things worse. Yeah.
We found Turtle Rock Ledge. We've not found the back of Turtle Rock, but that connector is not particularly relevant. We have other ways of getting there fairly easily. The only connector entrance that is relevant at this point is that Bumper Ledge entrance that we have not seen yet.
Yeah.
Structural Mike gonna poke around in Skull Woods.
Mm-hmm. Oh, this music is always a bop.
And Malmo having that Thieves Town big key. Oh, there's the mitt. So that is a way for Structural Mike to get into that mire area now. And I assume that's where he's going to head immediately after this batch of checks.
Yeah, probably. Hammer!
Hammer in the attic of Thieves Town. Are you kidding me?
That is very handy because we have the beast nest in basement.
So for us big brains up here in the tower, we know where everything's at now. We'll see how long it takes for our runners deep in the action to figure it out.
We're indeed on what people would call no mode.
We are in no mode. Malmo might actually just be in go mode. Oh no, she needs the desert big key. Where was that?
Ooh, I did not clock when Mike picked that one up. But he's certainly technically ahead when it comes to items. We just need to find where also a few entrances. We don't know for sure, example where Mr. Meyer is.
We found that.
Oh, okay.
Structure Mike found that somewhere. I don't remember exactly where.
Oh, okay. Okay, so Mike found that big key when it was frozen for us, so that makes sense.
So Malmo just needs a Desert Palace big key. Structure Mike has a few pieces still to find. Eastern Palace big in Swamp. Misery Mire big key in GT. Thieves Town big key, I believe, was also in GT.
Mm-hmm.
And the pod big key sitting in the Eastern big chest, along with that hammer.
This is certainly quite an interesting chain of items. This is definitely one of those seeds where, if you had a pilot, that would honestly be quite an interesting seed to watch. We have another crystal for Malmö, bringing her total up to 2.
Oh, also, Malmo has not found that first glove yet in Castle Tower.
Yeah,
I don't remember if any of those items are locked behind that glove, though.
He has not been over at Business Center yet, so that makes sense. That is why Aga Tower was and also a back of Desert is.
Yep.
There was also a connector where, but on the light side, where that would take you to Mimic Cave.
Yes. Oh yeah, so Malmo will need to find one of those gloves. Ice Palace is required. You need a glove to beat that dungeon.
Mm-hmm. Indeed it is, and looking at what's happening, we do see that the gods is attacking Mike a bit. He's heading... Okay, he's heading up to the Fairy Cave near Pod area, seemingly.
Yeah, I think there was... Yeah, Misery Mire is here. Mike can hop in without the big key, unfortunately.
Without big key, without the red cane.
So Malmo will get her glove out of here, out of Skull Woods.
That is good for her, at least.
She won't need mitts. We know mitts are not required.
Yeah. And yeah, as stated here, we have 17 hearts on Mike. He also has a red mail on Malmö's side. Our runners are gonna have so much defensive power here. So as soon as they get go mode, everything is just gonna sweep by.
Yeah, that's one of the features of Retrance, having those extra heart containers floating in the world in those Take Any caves. Health is usually not much of a concern in these seeds.
Mm-hmm.
So Malmo needs to make her way to wherever that Desert Palace big key is at. And I'm not sure. Meanwhile, Mike needs to make his way to the Mire/desert area, get some stuff out of Swamp, get some stuff out of GT. And then also needs to get to the back of Hyrule Castle and the Dark Cross.
Yeah. So if there are anyone wondering, we have a total of 58 total racers in this one. So
many people.
Yeah, this definitely brings back memories of those big races that were back in the day.
Oh yeah. Structure Mike finding silvers here in Misery Mire.
That is good to find.
Yeah, that will speed up. That'll speed up the Ganon fight. That will. You're not going to spend the money on the Argus fight in this mode, unfortunately. Although he's so flush with cash that maybe he will. I don't know.
Yeah, he's loaded. Inflation has, in fact, not hit him too hard.
Yeah, the stonks are high for Structural Mike.
I said I'm going to say it again. Oh, we saw that old man is doing good.
He's fine. Don't worry about it. He's doing great.
Manning having to... I assume he's sick, so Manning having to stay up and wait for the hero to run around to finally find him so he can head back to bed.
He's been holding that potion and that heart container for you for so long.
Yeah. And Malmö's gonna take some time into taking Hera. It makes sense. There's not too much left.
Yeah, chat pointing out that Structure Mike needs to go to Dark Crossing at that Samaria first to actually get what he needs out of GT.
Yeah, unfortunately. So he needs to head into Chief Town, which he does not have big key for yet. Unfortunately, he needs to do GT for that. And to be able to do that, he needs to go to Dark Cross to get that Somalia.
Yeah. So there's your fun logic chain. You gotta get your lamp out of. Logically, you gotta get your lamp out of Thieves Town to go get your Samaria out of Dark Cross, to go get your Thieves Town Big out of GT, amongst other things.
Yeah, technically double dip requirement for Chief Town.
Oh, are we gonna see some big game in here?
Yeah, we might see some big gaming.
This appears to be some big gaming from Structure Mike. Gonna try and hover to Trinex.
I've not seen it been done like this, hovering done like this before. It seems to work for him though.
Meanwhile, Malmo, she's gonna make her way up to the top of Tower of Hera with a little help from the hook shot.
I would have expected this out of Malmö, but not from Mike.
Hovering for a pendant. This is... it feels like desperate days.
Yeah. Okay, Malmö doesn't hover. Thank you so much for that.
It still feels like... green pendant or otherwise, it still feels like desperate days. Hovering.
Oh, no, we went from one desperate place to another.
Oh, hammerless ice? Absolutely.
And he doesn't even have Red Cane to be able to get the extra assist on the right side.
Malmo cashing in an out of logic pendant of her own. At least from her perspective, we did find the Hera Big Key, but
yeah. Okay, so we have another really, actually, pretty cool discussion question here. Is that if there was a mode where Ped only required one pendant, would you go check that more often?
Yeah, absolutely.
I wonder if that player has played a bunch of Link Between Worlds, because there are some more settings you can do for Ped in that game. Okay, so I would argue if you're gonna do something with pendants on the ped requirement, I would say that you need both red and blue then, because otherwise it would feel like green pendant gives too much of a value.
Yeah, that is fair. Malmo heading back into Skullwoods. She's about to get her glove. So that's a completable Ice Palace for her now. So now she just needs that Desert Palace Big Key.
Oh, that red beetle almost surviving the drop. Almost went over to the outside. Well, that was the entrance to Old Man Rescue.
And no thanks.
Well, that is a way if you want to get back to the mountain quickly. Malmö does not have flute yet, so you cannot flute up there.
Right.
But it doesn't seem like you cannot take that, though. He probably wants to check around Willow Outcast first.
Yeah, she has a lot of things she can do now. She's got these gloves. Might want to head over to the business center, check out Mirror, check out those two entrances there. That'll be good news for her heading over to... well, it might not be that great news, because all she'll get is Mitt and just open up more possibilities.
But there's one thing we're starting to see here when it comes to Malmö. So he's starting to recheck entrances. And alright, so we're gonna see Mike entering into Willful Outcast. I wonder what else he has to do there.
Smith King.
Really? In this one? Sure, he has flute, but still, that is a commitment still.
I don't understand why you don't go over to my area once you got these mitts.
Yeah.
Malmo hunting for her finishing items.
Alright, what does Smith give us in this one?
I did take a look back at Mike's video to find out where that Desert Palace Big Key was. It is in Palace of Darkness. And so Malmo just needs to find that.
Yeah, and Alden wasn't that bad of an entrance. He just needs to go there.
Yeah, she's going to get her flute now. Which might help, because it's very close to Dark 5. It's in that pod area.
Yeah, that honestly is that's only a good call. So we might see that soon. Seems like she is gonna be swimming to Business Center now though, so it's gonna get some value from that as well.
I got this glove to make those 2 entrances checks there.
At the same time, we are seeing Mike heading through Aga Tower. Oh no, not Mike. I'm looking both in the future and on the wrong player. Sorry.
Yeah. Yeah. Mike turned in the purple chest for what we know is absolutely nothing. Malmo will get her mitts here shortly and find Desert North under a rock. So 2 dungeons that require a glove. 1 because of how it's designed, and 1 because where it's at.
Yeah. Well, it looks like Malmö is gonna check Aga Tower though. Makes sense. It's technically 2 quick checks.
Yeah. The second check here is pretty fast when you aren't trying to navigate a dark room.
Yeah. Have you ever tried navigating these rooms backwards?
I think I have seen it indoors a couple times, and no thanks.
What, you don't like trying to find the block that opens the front door?
This connector, this one takes you up to Death Mountain, if I remember correctly.
And you stand it quickly. That's what.
Oh yeah, and this is where Skull Woods is at.
Yeah,
this place is terrible. I remember now. This place is awful. Who puts a dungeon here?
Actually, it's a good question because normally we would say Ganon, but he's technically one of the fighting armies here. Who would put this here?
This is all Hilda's work.
Hilda or Midna, one of the 2, depending on who you would look at. Watch out, Giga is coming to take you.
Yeah. Structure Mike getting part of the puzzle together is about to get his Samaria, which will give him some access to GT once he finds it, which will get him that Thieves Town Big Key. Let's get the hammer. We'll also get him that Eastern Palace Big Key. So he is on the path now. He just needs to find GT.
Yeah.
So a little bit of a race here. Structural Mike needs to find GT and get what he needs out of there. Malmo needs to find Pod and get what she needs out of there.
Yeah.
And
we are seeing we're actually seeing Mike heavy committing on that Pod and Green Pen turn in.
So lost in the sauce here.
Yeah, it's unfortunate. But
I guess
as I said very early on in this one, we were pointing out earlier that Hammer could be on pending with these settings. So yeah, that is probably what is going through Mike's head at the moment.
Yeah, this is 3 items: one for Trinex, one for the green pendant, one for the pedestal.
Oh, Malmö's sitting in there now as well. Does he also have the big... No, he doesn't. Okay. So he's heading to Crystal Roller. Oh, there is Eve Medallion. My entrance was Eve required, so it might drag him over there. I think he hasn't been area. He has been. He had been in ET. He was taking the first 6 in there. This is also a great way to check front of the Steve and the Turtle Rock. Okay, what entrance did Malmö decide to skip out on? Because remember, she did not want to check where this ended. I want to remember there was something here on Malmö's side.
I think there was anything in this. Maybe this was less than a key. We were like, "These are 2 keys here." No, it was garbage.
Yeah, it was a big key. Was he right?
A big key to Swamp, I believe.
Oh, right. What? That is one that he would probably not do. Ooh, that is ugly. Oh, look at Mike's side, what he found through that entrance.
Oh, the other side of... I already found the other side of Super Bunny, though, so...
Yeah. Alright, and we have seen all of these stupid entrances now.
Yeah, no need to go through any more connectors. A quicker way to get to somewhere you need to get to. We're going to check out Bombo's tablet. I think it was 3 bombs. And into GT, Structural Mike goes. This is the start of the puzzle.
It is.
We still got that Thieves Town big key, which is in left side Swamp. But this will be the eastern big key for Structural Mike.
No, eastern big was on the left side Swamp.
Oh, was it? I thought one of the yeah, there is a big key that is required in left side Swamp, and there's one in here. There's 2 in here actually. There's Misery Mire as well.
Yeah, Misery Mire big is here. So Misery Mire and GT big was in here. This late in the sea though, that the big key to GT might make him do Gauntlet just straight off the bat.
Oh yeah, I don't think there's any chance he's not climbing once he gets the big key. Mike and film goes.
That would big. Yeah. They have already been there though.
There's
It was
the
Thief Town that was in here.
Yeah, Eastern Palace, Big Key, and Swamp. That Thief Town Big Key does lock the hammer.
Mm-hmm. There's one thing we haven't really talked about yet, actually, when it comes to this little tournament, and that is the scoring.
Yeah, if you're familiar with the main tournament qualifiers, it's a very similar scoring rate method to that. We're going to take the top 5 runners. They're going to set the par time for the seed. Their average is going to set the par time for the seed, and then we'll score the runners based on how they do compared to that par time. So there's the Misery Mire Big Key for structural. 4 big keys in this dungeon. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. So yeah, with the part time then, you're getting points depending on where you finish. So if you were what is considered the front line, you were among the 25% top ones, you are getting additional points from that. You're also getting points if you were the first one of each team to finish. If you did that, you got 4 points. If you were in the front line, you got 3 points. If you were... Let's see here, just trying to read here. If you just ran, you got 2 points. If you were deserted, you got -3. And then there's also what is known as blessings. Blessings is basically rewards for you doing good in a week. For example, if you did place on front lines in 2 of the races, you get Din's blessing, aka Din's power. If you finish all 4 races in a week, you got Furor's courage. And if you earned a perfect 105 points in a race, aka you finish probably first, you get Naru's wisdom blessing. And both of them, all 3 of them are worth 2 points each. And all of these points are added then into basically the pool to see which team won at the end of the season.
And we got runners doing stuff that other runners have done. As I mentioned, Structural Mike is climbing Ganon's tower.
Yeah, and on the other side, we do see that Malmö has started with the Smith chain as well. Oh, but we're first gonna do some hammer pegs because Mike did not do this earlier.
Yeah, I'm not sure what item entrances she has left, but she's still looking for Palace of Darkness.
Yeah, she is. She has not been in that area yet, so she is looking for that entrance. Oh, she found the most boring entrance as well in the empty room. But yes, she did found loot, as I said, so she's probably gonna head there soon, hopefully. When she did GT Tower and went out there, she only went north to the Catfish and rest of Dark Hyrule, so she has not really cared about the south side of that area.
Yeah, you got to imagine there's going to be a trip to the pod area soon. But first, we're going to beat Ice Palace because we've got to do that. And from her perspective, that Desert Palace Big Key might just be here.
One nice thing for her, though, compared to Mike, she will be able to get every item in here. Mike was only be able to get... we'll have to skip out on 3 of those. So that is going to be very nice for her.
She'll have a much faster time having that Samaria able to beat the dungeon because she has...
Mike had to use up one of the blue goose.
I forget where that half magic was at. It was fairly early for Momo.
It was a bit early. Yeah, when we are looking at it now, looking at both trackers, both of our runner sites is actually 1 item away from go mode.
Yeah, for structure, like I said, Eastern Palace Big Key and the left side of Swamp.
Two
He
items.
needs, yeah, he needs
Two
a
items for Mike. There's one for Malmö.
one is on the way.
Yeah.
One is very
two-
much not on the way.
Two is on the way. Because that pod big as well. Oh right, Mike save scummed away the half magic. That is correct.
Yeah, because he wanted those 500 rupees more than anything, which is probably correct.
I can understand that. I can understand that. Well, the math wizard has been defeated by Smike as well.
Agonometry is out of session for another seed.
Yeah, nice to see that not one of our two featured runners are gonna have to head back to school after this. Mike is gonna check out Uncle. We didn't technically see this earlier because of an unfortunate freeze from those stupid sewer rats.
Telecommunications on a battlefield sometimes very difficult. Given where this Swamp Big Key was at, there was an opportunity for Mike to immediately head back there. That Swamp House Big Key was at Swamp, the Swamp location. Swamp House itself was in the front of Desert. There was an opportunity for Mike to head there immediately and kind of just take those 3 checks off the plate, but they're still out there, and there's so much for Mike to do. It's going to be a while, I think.
Yeah, it will. Oh, and there we have a cape. Another crystal for Malmo.
Yep, that is 4 crystals now for Malmo. Let's see where she's going to do.
We see Mike heading into the back to finish that off.
All right, it's 5. It's 5. This is good.
Yeah. So he's going the correct direction. No. Go into the portal. I'm probably sharing a little bit more here compared to James because I am a part of Higher God while James is a part of the Ganon Forces. He wants to see Mike winning.
I want to see Mike winning, but I also dislike seeing people suffer. So, right here is Palace of Darkness for Malmo. This will put her into go mode once she finds that Desert Palace Big Key.
Yeah, actually looking at this here, she actually has to route a little bit safe here because she doesn't have too many keys left.
No, she is down to 4 small keys. Thankfully, that Desert Palace Big Key is in Stalfos room, so it's very accessible.
Our tracker today, Saki Yats, is cheering for both teams as well. We're seeing the spin strats for Mike on Victorous. Well, we saw it at least. We did not see it anymore. But let's see. What else can? Was anything else in here for Malmö?
No, it's just that there's just nothing in here other than Desert. We've got half magic. We've got silver arrows. Silver arrows were. Silver arrows might have been in here.
Oh yeah, it was.
I don't think she's gonna get those.
And she's heading immediately to the back as well. I'm not against that, to be honest.
No, you have to. Silvers are Misery Mire. That's right. And she's not going to get those.
Yeah,
I'm
Zip, I'm not
going to the
gonna
back
do it.
immediately. You know you have to beat this dungeon. You're only looking for one item. If it just happens to be on the boss, you're done. You're out of here. If not, then you just hop back in, and you do lose a little bit of time. But I tend to prefer kind of clearing out the boss. Structural Mike heading into Thieves Town. Gonna get this hammer.
Yeah. Alright, Malmö heading into the dark rooms of pod area. And the pod, rather, not just the area.
Nice dash from Structural Mike in Hellway.
Yeah. That one is always nice to see. And Mike is about to pick up his hammer.
If we get any splashes of joy, Structural Mike finding this.
I'm not gonna assume we're gonna see because this is honestly a bad location for it.
No joy detected.
I think we probably would have more see the bomb left on the chest more so than happy slashes if we're gonna see anything.
Also a very good expression of joy.
Yeah. Okay, good. Malmö is heading back in.
Absolutely.
There was the sense, because he immediately headed back, there was the sense that she just decided to head away after, but thankfully she doesn't.
I think the other really good reason to go beat the boss first is because of where her key count is at right now.
Yeah.
You want to spend that key, you want to beat the boss, and then make some decisions about what to check in here. Or maybe she's got enough keys to do everything. She probably is going to have to stop off at a key shop somewhere to finish this seed out.
Yeah.
Maybe pick up 1 or 2 keys there, or is go mode for Malmo at 1 hour, 50 minutes, 28 seconds.
Yeah, and we're seeing the immediately mirror being brought out.
We're done here.
Yeah.
So Misery Mire, you don't necessarily need to spend a small key to get through.
Desert has plenty of small keys in it, so you don't need any more there. No, she doesn't need a single. So you can have 2 small keys left when she's done.
So she can spend 1 to get through Mire quickly. Oh, she still needs to find Misery Mire. It's very nearby, though.
Yeah, it is. She just needs to head to the other direction. Completely other direction where she's going now.
Yes.
But it's understandable that she's doing this one first, so. No.
This isn't that bad. She can mirror, or she can flip to 5 again and just go. I think it's faster than walking out, honestly.
Maybe.
That does mean she does have to do that, though.
Oh, she has hammer, so she can just run from here.
That's what it looks like she's going to be doing.
Yes, she is. And she has seen where desert north is as well, and that's honestly is on the way, so she's gonna feel really good about this.
Yeah, it's gonna hop into Mire, beat Mire very quickly, hop in the water, swim down to desert, and then head to Sanctuary and go finish off Ganon.
Yeah. Yeah, we are seeing Mike just trying to find either of the 2 big keys here. This is very unfortunate for him.
Yeah, I think that Swamp's gonna be a last location for him at this point.
Yeah, probably. Well, he's gonna finish up Ice Palace now at least.
Yeah, we'll pick up the last 3 items here. Looking at Malmo's money, probably gonna have to be a little creative in one chucking a block to set up spooky action.
Yep.
there's anyone in the world I would trust to have some creative inflow set up, it is Malmo.
Yeah, definitely. There we go. Perfectly executed. I honestly need to learn how to do spooky action at some point.
Same.
I mean, I was in the No Logic mentor tournament, but I still have not dabbled with the spooky action. It's spooky though. True.
NMG strats for Malmo here on Vitreous.
Yeah. Yeah, she did not pick up silver, so she's just gonna spend her economy with normal arrows here. She has well enough money for the rest of the seed. She could even decide to do NMG against Lamolas and be still fine with it.
Half imagine that we're not going to do that.
Yeah.
Key in desert, so we'll see one of these tower rooms just straight up key dashed.
Mm-hmm. We could see, we can see one of them being done. I would recommend the second to be key dashed.
Yeah. Mike finishing off Ice Palace will pick up crystal number 5.
Yeah. Yeah, the Malmö Sinus is it's gonna be a quick mirror into flute to fly to number 3 to get to Ganon, so it's gonna be a quick finish off after this.
It might even be a flute to 8. Take the energy portal and then go to Sanctuary from there. I'm not sure which is faster.
That's actually a really good point. So you just need to mirror run down then.
Yeah, just mirror run.
Yeah.
Structural might head to left side GT. Makes a lot of sense from his perspective.
Yeah. That's unfortunate. Mike does in fact not have Eastern Palace or Pod Big because of they were on left side swamp and he decided not to do them when he went through that dungeon.
Yeah, he does have Desert done, which isn't on the tracker. But yeah, that Eastern Palace Big Key locks the Pod Big Key.
Well, there's actually one thing that I see now as an emote. There was one time. Man was actually on the perfect sub pixel to skip taking damage from one of the fire snakes in Mire.
Nice.
Yeah, she has her own emote for that. So.
All right, let's see what Malmo does here. Yeah, just gonna swim on down to the portal.
Look at that, Malmö finishing with exactly 0 keys. It's actually very nice.
That's what you call economy. Smart investing.
Get economy. Alright, Malmö about to drop down. She has half magic. She has Bar Sword. This would just be a walk in the park.
Structure might get in the bad news at the left side of GT. This is probably the left side swamp play.
Yeah, probably.
But first we're going to check this entrance.
Nope.
Oh no, we are just going to go into swamp. Alright.
Fair. Both of the plays would have been fair in this point in time.
Yeah, bad news for Mike here is that he's still hunting for a Pod Big Key and might check a couple other things along the way.
Yeah.
we're not really tracking how many item entrances he has left, so he may not even open up Misery Mire. He may just not have any item entrances left to worry about.
Yeah, we don't know.
But he is going to check this big chest and see 3 bombs.
Oh, perfect fire rod shot there from Malmö, be able to get a triple here because of it.
Yeah, little awkward position, not able to get that second triple immediately. He's going to have to wait 1 cycle, but pretty good Ganon fight so far.
Yeah, it is solid. Oh, barely missed
Just
a triple
missed.
there.
Yeah.
It's tough to do triple when it goes up to the very top right corner.
Yeah, definitely not my favorite teleport spot of his. I don't actually have a favorite teleport spot of his, but it's not the upper right.
Yeah, there we have it. Malmö just need to cross the most dangerous gap to finish off this with a Hyrule God win here on the restream. I am opening up the race room here, and Malmö finishes off with an official race time of 1 hour 59 minutes and 8 seconds. That does earn her a 24th position in the main race. The winner was Tito's with 1 hour 31 minutes and 15 seconds. GG to him.
Yeah, get those GGs in chat for Malmo. Structural Mike finding that Eastern Palace big key is going to make his way to a terrible location, Eastern Palace.
I'm trying to open up the team document so that we can I can look a little bit at that.
I gotta tell you, it's not looking good for your side. Not looking good in the slightest.
No.
Of the top 10 runners in this race, 8 of them are in, or 7 of them are in Ganon's forces. First place Tito's, 3rd place Homemade Beer, 4th place Iconic, Levin, P-Train, and Telethar and Brogor, making up 7 of the top 10.
Okay, so Radical Sniper being my top finisher here in 2nd place. Roughly 1.5 minutes behind Tito. No, about 1 minute. 1 minute. I was looking between the wrong players here.
Yeah, and then Matt Cap in 9th, 2D Tones in 10th, rounding out the top 10, and rounding out the top finishers for the Hyrule Guard.
Yeah, there we go. Mike is now also in go mode. He's gonna be finishing off shortly as well. With way too many keys. We're gonna get some minus points because he's gonna finish with way too many keys in his inventory.
Yeah, I don't think that works that way, unfortunately for you.
Yeah, I'm just trying to find the stuff to hold on to.
There's always next race, and next race is only 2 hours away. 5 p.m. Eastern. We've got 7-6 open fast Ganon. So if you're a fan of Ganon's Tower, you won't be seeing it tonight. So sorry to you.
That is a little bit unfortunate because if I remember correctly, looking in the document here, the Ganon Tower is actually one of the territories that's been fought for.
Yes, Ganon's Tower is vulnerable in that fight, but you will not go to Ganon's Tower.
Yeah.
Hats off to the crew. Actual hats off to the crew for getting this set up. This is a very cool concept and cool format, and I'm excited to see how it plays out over the next few weeks.
Yeah, big shout out to Lumanga as he has been the one spearheading this.
Let's see if we can get Malmo into the Discord to join us.
I just saw the text message in the chat. That was funny. Another our gods of the glitch community having a little bit of fun there in Malmö. And unfortunately, a broken heart on Pen today. And we are in fact joined by Malmö GG.
GG.
GG's Malvo. So this seed, that's a very nasty hammer placement, I think, is the big takeaway.
Yeah, this is a pretty specky seed for sure. I tried to go in really early, but I completely forgot how Swamp worked and no glitches, so it was a bust. I mean, let's be clear, that wouldn't have worked and glitched either, but I had a way of getting past the hammer pigs if I could clip out a Hera, and I definitely didn't do that, so...
As you stated in your set before, the entrance is not your main, so how did it feel playing through veterans here? Was that a little bit better for you compared to just normal cross keys?
Oh, retro entrance is worse, but also, like, not having to track small keys is really nice. There are a few times you probably saw me, like, do things that are wrong. Like, not pick up the small key in Thieves Town. You're supposed to get that on the way to Blind, because it's retrance, but, like, you have to actually play a lot of retro to remember that.
Yeah, definitely. Veterans is one of those modes that changes the game a lot, which is funny for a lot of us.
The Moon Pearl, I think, was actually the big... I think maybe some people may have gotten stuck on that. I'm surprised we didn't get any forfeits. We had one forfeit, unforfeit, which I'm wondering was ran out of checks and then remembered that they can walk past Lionel's in the Dark World as a bunny, which I think was required in this seed.
It was absolutely required in this seed.
Yeah. So speaking a little bit of what happened between you and Mike, Mike was able to get those boosts super early, but you got Moon Pearl ahead of him, so it was a little bit fun theorizing there who of you were ahead and stuff like that.
Well, it looked like when I popped in, he was getting his Eastern Big Key. Left Side Swamp was, like, if you get boots and leave, it's not good, right? Because then you're never going to come back. It's dependent. You find out later it's dependent, because I found out by blind holing it. So, yeah, going back into Swamp. That's why I did it when I did it. I was like, I don't want to think about Swamp after this. I found the boots here, so any extra time I spend in here is, like, offset by finding boots. And I had the ability to full clear it and didn't know it was a pendant, so I had no reason to orphan checks in there besides the big chest, which I don't really care about.
That's a real nice way of seeing it. But yeah, Malmö, it doesn't look too good for our team, unfortunately, in this one.
Yeah, like all the top 5 are canon. It's okay, we'll get the next one. I unfortunately can't join the next race because I will be doing all the dungeons. That's not true, I'll be on comms. But, yeah, it's... I do want to make some of these, particularly Boss Hunt, which is... I made that mode, so I want to play it.
I'm gonna try to join in on that. I will of course not be able to join in the one later tonight because I have done other obligations, mainly practice for an upcoming event in May I'm gonna be participating in, so I have to value that one, unfortunately.
Yeah, we got that the first boss hunt tomorrow night. That's at 5 p.m. Eastern. And then Enemizer is the morning or early afternoon race. That's going to be at 1 p.m. Eastern, 10 a.m. Pacific. Anything else as we get GG's in chat for structural, Mike?
Well, this is my second sub 2 in any entrance mode, so I'm happy with that. And I guess it's my first sub 2 in retrance.
Yeah, congratulations on that.
Absolutely, congratulations.
Yes, waiting. And there we have him. Structural Mike has joined the commentary booth as well. Welcome, GD dude.
Hello guys, GD's.
GG's?
I think you saw you above me.
Yeah, that left side unfortunately screwed you up.
The left? No. What screwed me up was Dark Cross with the Samaria.
Yeah, Dark Cross and also that big key on left side Swamp.
Yeah, but that wasn't an issue in reality. Like the Samaria was the real issue here.
Yeah, that did lock the hammer. You had to go in and get your Thieves Town big key, which kind of started the breadcrumbs to the end of the seed.
Yeah. Classic. Skip Dark Cross once, and you never go back. So you should never skip Dark Cross, you know. And then I do it anyways, and here we are. So
Next seed, you'll definitely be skipping Dark Cross. It's fine.
I'm definitely skipping it next time too. Yes.
Yeah, so one funny thing that happened within you and Malmö, you found the boots very, very early, but Malmö found the Moonpearl ahead of you, so it was interesting to see and speculate on who of you were ahead at that early point in the seed.
Yeah. I imagine there's maybe a bunch of people who didn't go into Swamp and see the Spectre boots. I'm not sure. Maybe it's kind of hard to avoid that in the sea with a book and a Moonpearl and so on. I saw some people finished in 131. GG's. Pretty insane time.
Yeah, very, very good time.
Yeah. Yeah, anything else that you two thought about when it comes to the seed?
No, apparently not.
It certainly seems like that.
Yeah. What do you guys think? Good big race. Nice to have them back.
Yeah,
I haven't seen
absolutely.
restreams in a while.
Absolutely, yeah. I have missed these big races.
What did chat think about the race? Were they excited about Ped and and Hammer and Boots and everything?
Chat loves it. Chat, huge fans of terrible item locations.
Yeah. Obviously.
I'm a fan of spicy pearls, and this is a spicy pearl.
It was a spicy pearl for sure.
Yeah, the book on Desert Ledge probably irritated a few people.
I didn't scout it, so I wasn't irritated until a book. I guess I'll go in here and get my boots. Apparently,
Yeah.
Yeah. Would have been neater with the Samaria is there in my inventory instead of in Dark Cross. But Malmö, I'm surprised you're here. You know, how could you avoid glitching?
I played in the Cross Keys Mentor tournament. I was playing Cross Keys before I was playing glitches.
Yeah, GG's. You got a good starting time on the working from home tournament.
Mm-hmm. You know, middling in placement, but my second sub 2, so I'm happy with that. And nice. I didn't cheat by accident. Also happy. I didn't forget that you need like gloves for desert more than once. Nice. I think I did try to walk to that once, but you know, we don't talk about that.
Yeah, good restraints. Good restraints. Yeah, looking here, first of all, thanks so much to Malmö Struck No Mike for agreeing to be on the restream here. Looking at the rest of the night here on the Speed Gaming schedule, coming up in a little less than an hour, we have a Metroid Prime Mentor tournament between Slucy and Dreki. That is on Speed Gaming main, so on this channel, so stay around for that. Coming up at 5 p.m. And of course, these are in US times. On Speed Gaming 2 is where we're gonna have the other War of Hyrule match that we have been hinting about. And we have another Mentor tournament comes to Metroid Prime between Session and Amori on Speed Gaming 4 at 6:30 p.m. And there is also, of course, the Super Mario Bros. 3 Red Odyssey Weekly on main at 9:30. So a lot of good things to check out tonight on Speed Gaming.
Yeah, lots of great stuff. And if you want to participate in the War for Hyrule races, if you watched it and you're like, I want to do this, Go Mode Podcast Discord has the information. You got links. That exclamation point WFH command will get you the information, how to sign up, what you need to do, what the commitment is. It's a pretty low commitment event. We're happy to have you in. And like you said, next race is just an hour 45 away.
Yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. From me, James, and our Trekkie strategists, we are signing out. Thank you, guys.